Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding it. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this will be for the week of April 29th to May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. Okay, so let's dive into it. I'm going to keep things simple today, and we're just going to do 9 cards, 3 rows of 3 from the Good Tarot to see what will happen for you this week. This is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't, and definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs if you want the fullest overview of this week ahead. Okay, we're starting off with the 5 of Earth in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This is definitely showing you breaking out of a lack mindset. Also, one thing I'm seeing here very strongly, just clairvoyantly and feeling, is that people who you may have been really attached to in the past that you had a hard time letting go of, you're starting to see them more for who they are. Now, this could be a good thing and a bad thing because, like, there could be people who you were, like, attached to in the past and you're recognizing, you know what, they're just a person, and you stop putting them on a pedestal and you're able to have a very healthy connection with them. And this could also be a bad thing. Oh, I guess it is a good thing either way. But, like, you're also starting to see people who you may have really put on that pedestal. It's like you saw one good thing that you liked about them. Maybe they're tall, maybe they have a nice job, maybe they are someone who likes traveling, and you sort of fell in love with that one good thing about them, but you ignored a lot of other red flags and didn't really recognize that this person was not compatible for you. And so, you know, you're just seeing people for who they are. You're letting go of that attachment. While that's happening, I'm also seeing you really working on your own self-value and self-growth simultaneously. So your finances can be getting better this week for sure. It feels like you're literally either applying to jobs or creating some sort of business or side hustle for yourself, or really working hard to make more money in general. So it's fascinating how your material wealth and abundance energy seem to be growing alongside your inner wealth and inner value, inner worth energies, which is allowing you to see people clearly for who they are. And you're starting to recognize that perhaps your wealth, your money, was very spiritually tied into your sense of inner worth, and your sense of inner worth was very tied into your relationships. So all 3 of these areas of life are improving this week. So that is actually a really huge blessing, and I'm happy that you're making this realization. But let's see what else comes through. I'm getting over a little sickness if I sound weird and I keep coughing, by the way. So yeah, I am a Cancer. Maybe some of you guys are overcoming a sickness. I don't know. Let's see, we have the King of Water in reverse. This is your masculine energy coming out in reverse, but I don't know, I'm seeing this as other people in your life too as well. This could be another masculine water sign. They could be older than you. They don't have to be a man. They don't have to necessarily be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is someone coming through who is emotionally dependent on you. It feels like codependency, so you may be dealing with issues like that. Some of you may be desiring a little extra space from people this week, and you may be thinking to yourself, man, I just really want time to myself to just focus on career, money, applying to jobs, whatever it is that you're doing in that productive specter, is that a word? The section of life. That's kind of what you're wanting to focus on. And there may be people, like, say that you live with someone and they're extremely clingy and they keep, like, wanting to spend time with you. They're, like, up your butt 24/7, and you may love this person to death, but it's like, hey man, like, I just need some space. Like, I just want to focus on this one area of life that's been bothering me. Like, I just want to grow my money. I just want to really hustle and bustle this week. Okay. So I don't know. I'm seeing that sort of energy. And wow, we have the Queen of Air reverse. See, this is what happens when you have someone in your life who is in this sort of clingy type of codependent energy. It puts you into a place of acting as this Queen of Air in reverse, which is very cold. You know, you don't want to sit here and say, hey, like, I need my space. You don't want to sit here and be really cold and detached and non-responsive to people. But that's inevitably how you have to show up in the world when you are interacting with people who are needing a lot from you, okay? Cancer, I feel like you're starting to really, really see crystal clear the needy people in your life. I feel like a lot of Cancerians are waking up to the ways in the past in which you really mothered people around you, and you're waking up to the fact that a lot of people use you for this nourishing energy you have. You are the mother of the zodiac, and, you know, there comes a time in the mother archetype where you have to wean people off the titties, you know, the titties of your life. What am I saying? You need to stop giving so much to full-grown adults around you and establish some healthy boundaries. And you know what? When you do that with people who are so used to taking from you, and this could be a subconscious process, they don't have to be consciously aware of how much they take from you. And even you don't have to be consciously aware of that, but when you cut them off and you're like, hey, I just need to like pour my own titty milk into my own life. I need to pour my own energies into my own life and nurture the things that I want to grow right now. And I might need some alone time to do that. I might need to just kind of have you do your own thing for a little bit. It'll make you feel quite cold, and it will feel unfamiliar to you being someone with a strong Cancerian placement, to set up those boundaries and really make space for yourself in that way. And you know what? If anyone gets super duper offended that you just need some time alone, some space to yourself, that would be a little bit of a red flag. Now, it's complicated though, because, wow, I just saw on the clock 142, and then on the date 421. So those numbers, that combination is maybe significant for you. Anyways, where was I going with that? The number 1 has to deal with the individuality. The number 2 has to deal with your connection with others. And the number 4 has to deal with how stable you are. So I think that's very synchronistic that number combination just showed up twice for you. Yeah. And then the next card that popped out for you in the second row now is the 4 of Wands upright. So this is some sort of celebration. It's coming out underneath the 5 of Earth. And I see this week you will have an opportunity to go out and celebrate. But you're wanting to save your money up because it feels like there are other bigger things that you want to do this year. And those things can be travel. I see a lot of you maybe thinking to yourself, I really have to start booking those plane tickets, those hotels, those Airbnbs, campsites, things like that. Like there's something that you're planning for the rest of the year that you need to start planning now. It'll cost some money. But there's also like little things in the present moment that's asking for money and time from you. Little celebrations, weekend, like going out with friends, or birthdays, graduations, things like that could be happening this week at some point. So you're trying to balance that between saving this money up, working on yourself. See, that's the thing. There's so much fun energies in your life. And this is what you manifested for yourself, because in years past, you may have had a very dry life. You may have prayed for this moment where you would have so much going on and so many friends, so many activities to choose from. And now that it's here, you're not even recognizing, oh, this is what you wanted in the past, because now you're like, okay, well, I really want my alone time. And I really want to work on my own things. So it's an interesting combination of energies going on for you, but I think it feels very blessed. Like there's a lot of good things going on in your life. So the issue is like, okay, well, what do I focus on? Because they're all good. So I think that's a great problem to be having, to be honest. All right, center of your spread. What do we got here? Center of your spread. We have the 9 of Fire in reverse. Yeah, boundaries, setting up healthy boundaries. I'm also picking up a fear, a slight fear within you, because there could be someone in your life and you might not necessarily trust them. You have feelings for them, you have an attachment towards them, there could be a long history there, but there could be something about trust and not wanting them to hurt you again or hurt you at all, because either in their past or in your shared past with this person, they may have hurt somebody or you. Okay. And so I am seeing, I don't know why, I'm just getting this image of you not communicating with someone you may have communicated a lot with in the past. Like you're not initiating hanging out with them anymore. You're not initiating conversation. You're barely responding when they initiate things. And I think it's just a little thing within you. It's like, man, I don't want to get hurt again. I worked so hard to build myself up. I just want to focus on my career, my goals, my productivity. Even if you're retired, when I use the word career, this could be whatever your project is. If you're like making a garden outside or renovating your kitchen or something, that could apply to career. When I say career, it's like any big project that you're passionate about, that you're working on. That's where you want to put your focus on this week. And you already have all these other blessings and people in your life that want your energy there. They want you to show up to their events, their celebrations, their parties. So it's like, why was I even so attached in the first place? And it feels very nice to be questioning this, because I just get the sense that whoever this was for you, whoever this is for you, like for the longest time, you were just attached to them and it wasn't a connection that was necessarily serving you. And you couldn't figure out why you had this strong attachment. So that's really interesting. We have the Messenger of Fire coming out upright as your 6th card. Okay, another court card. Half of them are court cards now. This one's upright. There's a lot of passion here. There could be a fire sign entering your life at this time. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be, though. This is friendships being illuminated. You could be at an event this week where there's going to be a lot of fire signs there. Okay, so you could be going out with friends, and a lot of those friends could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be. Or it's like the location you're going to. There's something about fire, you know. It could have very incandescent lighting, or even like dancing, something with music, you know, something very fun. Going out, you know, it's not like a night in. You're going out, you're having fun. You could be dancing or sitting by a fire or firelight. Something like that. It feels really nice. There's feels to be newer, exciting peers in your life if you want them. If you take the opportunity, the universe feels to be bringing you new potential friendships and sort of communities, but it really is up to your free will whether or not you say yes to these things. These opportunities could come the week previous to this week. So for a lot of you, the week that you're watching this, like this upcoming weekend, there could be some sort of invite that you get where it's like, if you say yes to this, this has the potential to be a new community for you or new friends, something like that. Really interesting. All right. Final row of cards out, Cancer. We have the 4 of Water. Yeah, definitely not feeling super 100% satisfied with your progress. I just keep coming back to this feeling of like you already started a project or you're working on a business or something and you're in like a flow, like a hyper fixation of it, and you just want to go home and do that or go to work and do that. Like you really don't want to plan anything needlessly this week because you just want to do this thing and sort of go within yourself and do it. But you're also remaining very beautifully balanced because there is fun outings with people as well. So, and I think you mastered that balance because in years past, I just intuitively feel like you may have gone to both extremes. Like you would have months where you would just be nonstop socializing and like totally neglect yourself, and then months of just complete isolation and totally neglect your like social life. And both of those extremes probably led to some imbalances. So things feel actually quite balanced within you. You're definitely wanting to build though, build. I want to continuously build. I want to finish this. I want to improve this. I don't necessarily want to spend so much time with these people or these things that I feel a strong attachment and obligation to. That it's so strange to describe this energy. You had an attachment, you had an obligation to see someone to hang out with them, and you kept feeling drawn back to doing it, but it was never fulfilling. Truly. This feels like an addiction, actually. It's like you feel a strong pull towards someone or something to get that dopamine high that you used to get previously with them. And nowadays, like the dopamine high is so like low. And it's like, I don't know, you just kind of snapped out of it and you're like, why am I doing this? I feel like there's someone or something in your life where you're like, why am I even doing this? I'm not even enjoying this. I don't even trust this person or this thing. Like it's not safe for me emotionally, maybe even physically, I don't know. And I think this is like the first week where you're fully sitting with that realization, and you may be in your Queen of Swords reverse energy, like kind of being a B word towards them, like, and not in a bad way. It's a good thing. It's like you're just not really associating with it as much, not talking as much, kind of being very cold, but it's good for you. We have the High Priestess. Exactly. You're following your intuition. Really great. There's going to be some spiritual downloads and very fated circumstances that happen to you this week because of this decision that you're making and this realization that you're making. Very beautiful. Also, let's take note, the High Priestess is the only major arcana card that came out in this reading thus far. And then your final card out is the Queen of Earth in reverse. So yeah, 4 of your cards are court cards. There's a lot of people showing up this week. And Queen of Pentacles is in reverse in the same row as the Queen of Air in reverse. In between them is the messenger of fire. I don't know why I'm viewing this as you favoring new connections, new peers, new societies and circumstances over the old ones that you have a long history with. And also the king of waters in reverse here as well. You know, long-standing connections and relationships that really don't serve you. They just take your energy. You're really recognizing that for what they are. And I don't know, I'm sort of getting this emotional detachment from it. You're feeling emotionally more detached than usual this week, but it's actually a good thing because it's allowing you to separate yourself from anyone who you have a long history with, but who doesn't serve you in this way. You know, you just felt that attachment, that obligation, even an addiction for some of you. And you're starting to like protect yourself a little bit more, listening to your intuition, and maybe surrounding yourself in newer, more fun environments. I'm also seeing here the intention. A lot of you are setting the intention, I want to have more fun. And the universe is saying, I heard your intention and I will be bringing you more fun. But simultaneously, you're wanting to be more productive. So you're just all over the place. Beautiful energy though, beautiful week. I like how your energy is shifting and changing. It does feel like you're a little bit more detached than usual. And I think that's a really good thing because it's allowing you to make healthier decisions in your connections, seeing them for what they are. So that's very beautiful. Your psychic intuition is on point this week, and you're definitely wanting, I'm seeing a desire for you to work to overcome any money block issues, but it feels like there's a lot of passion projects here as well that you're just wanting to focus on, and you're balancing those passion projects with your social life, you know, your newer social life, I guess you could say. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Doing all of these things helps the channel out. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.